welcome back to the Fuck You.
Season 1 review.
Yep.
Let's go.
So exciting. So this time we are jumping into Season 1 Episode 8 with Jordaan Tuitama.
Let's go, Jordaan. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so many gifts in here.
And see, I can see how people could like could be like, okay, you guys are saying that to every single episode, but genuinely,
Genuinely, it's true.
genuinely,
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah. So in his episode, Jordaan talks about his communities as being a millennial, growing up in a culturally diverse household, living in South Auckland around Mount Zion with his Māori whānau, and being involved in the arts community throughout his life.
Jordaan's first gem comes from affirming his stance on how he actually fits into this generational divide.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay.
So being a millennial means that I've got the best of the old and the new school. So I call it the true school.
Yay. Okay. I feel that.
That's how I feel about millennials anyway.
In this piece, Jordaan is talking about the connection between practical and technical skills, bringing together the best of both worlds to marry practical conversations and technical amplification to foster space for genuine connection. This connects with our second fuck you moment.
Yeah, you know, you're not quite Samoan, you're not quite Maori, and you're not from America, so you're not quite hip hop as you think you are. It's like, where am I then? Who am I? And
that was a beautiful self-inquiry by Jordaan, which invites us to allow ourselves to write our own stories rather than leaning on outside sources for validation.
And then for me, if it's a young person, it's got to be self-determining.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever success looks like to you is what success looks like.
Yeah. Yo, that's sick, eh? Like, we get to define our own value of success. How cool. Yeah, what does that bring up for you?
Yeah, I think for me, it's like, you know how you can see yourself in a lot of different people's journeys, just not exactly how they played it out, but like them speaking from the heart as like, whoa, okay, I don't think I approached it like that. And it questions your well, for me, it invites for me to question if I did the right choice or not, but never in a, and from now, never in a negative space. I think before I used to be like, and he did it right. He picked the right choice, and I think I've fucked up. Whereas now I'm like, nah, he picked the right choice, and I picked the right choice at that time.
Yeah.
And you?
Building on what you said, like, you did what you could with what you had at the time.
Delicious.
Which is something that we hear all the time. Well, I do. Anyway. But it's easy to be like, oh, yeah. And then, like, not actually feel that of, I really did what I could with what I had at the time.
There's a massive mirror here because I'm like, I'm feeling very
Me to
seen.
me.
Yeah, I'm feeling very seen right now. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. So, like, saying it and actually feeling it and embodying it are two different things. Yeah.
And I really like how he, from a strength mana enhancing space, talked about like him actually being full of both worlds of the old school and new school being the true school. And I'm like, yo, you totally that's an alchemizing key right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Because there is that doubt where you're like, oh, well, I don't know enough, so I must not be enough. Or I don't, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or I'm like, oh, well, I know this, but it doesn't fit into this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or I don't know how it fits into this yet.
Yeah.
So you kind of remove all of that to try and absorb. Well, I've been doing that actually. What my old approach would be like, okay, well, because I can't see the bridge between that and that right now. So my old school versus my new school. So I would throw away my new school to try and rely on the old school. And I feel like that's so detrimental.
Privileging one over the other rather than letting them operate in harmony.
I'm feeling seen. Gotta go. I'm feeling seen.
Yeah. I think for me too, that brought up like the trust in myself to relinquish other people's expectations of me. Oh my God.
I'm done.
Yeah, and like I get to decide what is enough for me.
I'm so done. You're right. Echo.
Yeah, so those were only no yeah.
Take it back.
now when I take a breath, I imagine that I'm standing at Wainama Beach and the like wave is the breath.
Yes. Coming in or out?
When I breathe in, the wave's coming in, and when I breathe out, the wave's coming out.
That's such a beautiful analogy. Like, for real. We're keeping that.
No. Like it's coming in to claim all the things that I'm trying not to hold, and then when I breathe out, it's taking it away. That is what happens when I breathe in, like when I take a conscious breath now.
That as your own embracive tool to claim your power, amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing how this manifests into the next 2 months or the next month of your living, of being always reminded that your power's in your breath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I've actually never said that out loud before. Your power is in your breath, and you take that back when you breathe.
Just take my money now.
I've never said that out loud, and I feel so privileged to be able to be the mouthpiece to say that. That is so bomb. I feel so empowered by saying that.
It's your tupuna speaking through you.
Hard.
They already knew that.
Oi. Us discovering it for the first time.
Like, oh my gosh, breathing. Breathe.
We're laughing, but there was a time when that
was us.
There was a time when the...
Anyway. Let's finish Jordaan.
Yes.
There are so many more gems in the full episode if you want to jump back and watch that and listen to that. We just pulled out a couple of pieces that resonated with us and like believe when we say that there are so many more in there. So jump on back. It is episode number 8 of season 1 with Jordaan Tuitama.
The fuck you.
Wow.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Very much. Fuck it, man.
Stop with the shit, man.
It's the stop.
Bye.
Bye.